section 11.5, solving exponential equations. Tonight's homework is worksheet number 46. Your grades are inputted and closed for Mathia. So at this point, if you have a 0, it's because you did not complete it. You need to anticipate any emergencies prior to the due date. I did extend it twice already, so I will not extend it anymore. Your lack of preparation is not my emergency. So those of you guys who are emailing me last second, oh, this isn't working, that's not working. Honestly, there's nothing I could have done at the 11th hour at that point. So please anticipate those kinds of mistakes or those kind of, I don't know, mishaps. They happen all the time. So just make sure that you are anticipating that before. If you didn't finish your Mathia, I'm expecting a message from you on Remind tonight explaining to me exactly what happened, because otherwise I'm going to take it as a big, like, F you, Miss Riad, like I didn't want to do it. And I'm sure that's not the message you want to send me, so please make sure you send me a message as to what exactly happened with your Mathia. Alright, let's go ahead and do some examples on what you will see on the quiz on Friday. So you're probably going to see something like this. Whenever the square root is by itself like this, what I mean by itself is that there's nothing outside of the square root. There's nothing out here. There's nothing down here. There's nothing on the side. Square root is by itself. Then you're ready to square both sides. All the food that's on top of the fridge. So that means that we're going to square both sides. So now I have the square root of something squared, so the square root goes away, and you're just left with 3x plus 5, and 11 squared is 121. So, and I'm not sure how good this video is coming out, girl. You want to come look? Where's she at?
We have to like tap it to adjust the lighting.
So is that better?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Now we just straight up algebra, subtract 5 on both sides, divide by 3. Now the beautiful thing, guys, I can always check my answer. Sophia, what'd you get when you 121 divided by minus 5? You guys take out your calculators, please. Please don't just stare at me. Isaiah, what's 121 minus 5? What's 121 minus 5? Now we're going to divide both sides by 3. Dylan, what's 116 divided by 3? 38.6?
Yeah.
Let's try another one. Example 2. Let's say we have the square root of 3x minus 51 equals 40. Again, there's nothing around the square root, so I'm going to go ahead and square both sides. Yeah. Up? Is that what you mean? Yeah. Sure. So 3x minus 51 equals 40 squared. 40 squared, Ashley? Thank you. 1600. Mia, what do we do now? So I have 3x equals 1651. Divide both sides by 3. Oshini, x equals? No decimal, right? 1651 divided by 3? Any questions on example 2? Liz, put your phone away, babe. You don't need it. Put your phone away. You don't need it. No, I need a calculator in here, not a phone. All right, let's do a doyo. Isaiah, did I make a mistake? Did I make a mistake? 11x, the square root of 11x minus 5 equals 14. Lauren, would you get bit? 18.3. Agree or disagree? All right, any questions on the doyo? All right, some other questions on your quiz is you'll be asked what if there's stuff going on around. So example 3, I think. Thank you. What if I have something like the cube root of 2x minus 5 equals 11? We're not allowed to do that. We're not going to times this by 3. If I have a cube root of something, I'm going to cube something. If I take the square root of something, I square both sides. So multiplying this by 3 is not going to get rid of that cube root. If I want to get rid of a cube root, I have to cube both sides. But I can't do anything yet because I have this. Jashawn, I need you. First, you got to get rid of anything that's around it. That minus 5's got to go first because it's on the outside of that cube root. So you're going to add 5 to both sides. So now I have the cube root of 2x equals 16. Now, there's nothing around it. So I can cube both sides. When I cube both sides, the cube root of a cube goes away. So I'm just left with 2x equals 16 cubed. Daisy, 16 cubed is? Daisy? Guys, how many of your calculators are solar or whatever, so you need the light on? Anybody? What is it, Daisy? Okay. Kathleen, now what do I do? So x equals, Michael? 20,048. Cesar, how can I check my answer? So I just like, oh, I hope I'm right. Yeah, plug it back in. Take this 2048, plug it in here. Times 2. Take the cube root, subtract 5, and make sure you get 11. Aldo, ready? Do this with me. Ready? Take 2048, times it by 2. Now take the cube root of 4096. You guys, when I said Aldo, I meant all of you. 16 minus 5 is 11. So you know you're right. So the quiz on Friday, literally you shouldn't turn it in till you check them all, because there should be no like, oh, I hope I'm right. Like if you plug it back in, you should get the answer. Let's try another one and then I'll give you a doyo. Sean, find me the April stamp sheets for Math 3 and Math 1 on my drive, please, so we can edit them. Let's say I have 2 times the cube root of x minus 8 equals 20. Now I got a lot going on. I got this minus 8 I got to get rid of. I got this 2 I have to get rid of. You guys, this is the same thing as 2 times the cube root of x. That's what that means. So first I have to add 8 to both sides. So I get 2 times the cube root of x equals 28. Then I divide both sides by 2. So I get the cube root of x equals 14. Now what am I allowed to do? Square both sides or cube both sides? So I want to cube both sides. So ready, what is my answer? What is 14 cubed? 2 what? 2,744. Any questions on example 4? Michaela, are you guys good back there? Cesar? Are we good? Alright, here's your doyo. Samantha, what'd you do first? Good job. Add 3 to both sides. So you get 3 times the cube root of 4x equals. Yep. And then what'd you do after that, babe? Good job. So I have the cube root of 4x equals 12. Then what'd you do? So this is called the cube root. Good job, babe. Cube both sides. Kathleen, can you pick up from here? Equals 17 what, babe? Heidi, now what? And you get x equals? Elizabeth, how do I check my answer? Plug it back in. You take this 432, plug it back in here, take the cube root, make sure you times that by 3, subtract 3, and you get 33. Gonna take it up one more notch. What if it's a 4th root? Am I gonna do anything different? Nope, same exact thing. So let's say I have 6 times the 4th root of 2x minus 3 plus 9 equals 1 minus 3. I probably need to make this a bigger number just so that you guys can see. Sorry. I just changed it to a 14, sorry. Because the one small number I think would have messed with it up. Alright, here we go. All this got to go. This is the same thing as this being multiplied by that. My bad, you can turn it off if you don't want it. It's me. I know, I get stupid colors. Sorry. Brooklyn, what should I do first, babe? So I get 6 times the 4th root of 2x minus 3. Notice how I'm spreading this out. Kids last year on my test accidentally would write this as a 64. And then they would think it's 64 times the square root. Do you guys see how it's really easy to do that? So just separate them so it's easy to see. Equals 5. Angela, now what, babe?
So you divide both sides.
So So I have the fourth root of 2x minus 3 equals 5, 6. Now watch this. A lot of you guys are going to want to make that a decimal. If you make it a decimal, you've now estimated an answer. You have not found the exact answer. So leave it as a fraction. Watch what I'm going to do now. How do I get rid of this fourth root, Destiny? Yes, power of 4, right? You put both sides to the power of 4. So what I have now, you guys, is 2x minus 3 equals 5, 6 to the power of 4. Watch what's going to happen. You said minus 3? So that's this. Guys, don't do that. I'm recording a video. 2x minus 3, that's the same thing as 5 to the 4th over 6 to the 4th. So it's like a power to a power. Just leave it like that, and now we're just going to put it in the calculator. Garrison, on your calculator, what is 5 to the 4th? 6 what? What's 6 to the 4th, Jess?
1296.
Okay, leave that alone, you guys. Just leave it like that. Don't make it a decimal. When you make it a decimal, now you're not gonna have the exact answer anymore. Kyle, now what do I do? Add 3 to both sides. So I have 2x equals 625 over 1296 plus 3. How do you add fractions? What do you need to do? Common denominator. So I'm going to multiply this by 1296 over 1296. Liz, what is 3 times 1296? Oh, you need a calculator, woman. Angel? 3,000 what? Okay, and then can you add 625, please? 4,000 for what, babe? Okay. Deshaun, now what? You can't, because you're just... What do we got to do with this 2? Yep. Dividing by 2. Dividing by 2. Which is the same thing as multiplying by 1/2. So 4, 4, 3, 1, 3. 4, 4, 1, 3. 1296. Huh? 4, 5, 1, 3? Thank you. Is that what you said, Angel? Yeah. I'm sorry. Times 1/2. Guys, I'm recording a video. Stop doing that. Stop doing that. Kanoa, 1296 times 2?
2,592.
2,500 what, babe?
92.
Now just see if you can reduce it. Spend some time on the calculator. See if 3 divides both of these. This is an odd number, so it's not going to be divisible by an even number. Can somebody let me know if they're able to reduce these, please? Let me see. No, we got to find the chapter, because we find where I end of chapter 11. Anybody able to reduce this? Okay. This is our answer. Excuse me? Alright, here's your doyo. The fourth root of 3x minus 1 times 2 plus 9 equals 16. Liz, you can go if you need to go. Victoria, what do I do first? So I have 2 times the fourth root of 3x minus 1 equals 5. So here, now what?
Divide both sides by 2.
Good job. We're going to divide both sides by 2. Angelo, now what? Isn't this a 7? Ooh, Miss Riad. You also put 5? Ooh. Mia over here like, what's wrong with you guys? That's a 7 over 2. Cesar? Now what, babe? Yep. Power both sides to 4. Heidi, what do you get? 41? Sorry. Miss Riad's on medication. 2041?
2401.
Oh my god. Yo, what do people do for a whiteout though? Scratch it off. It's all fugly, huh? Heidi, sorry, one more time, nice and slow for the people who are on medication. What happened? 2401. Thank you. What? 2401. Yes? Mina, now what? Ah. Thank you. Add 1. So 3x equals 2401 16 plus 16 over 16. So I have 3x equals 2417 over 16. Dylan?
I had a possible I mean, it works the same way though, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. So you did this?
Yeah. So I got 48x.
Guys, why are you hating? Just because you didn't think of it? You guys are haters. I know you're supposed to divide by 3. Reese's, you're going to get the same answer. Angelo? Now what, babe? Keep it as a fraction unless you can reduce. Can you reduce this? Give me a summary, please. Today I learned. Yes, Jason.